Hey everyone, welcome to ICE's SGI tab training. I'll be showing you how to create a class, enroll your students, input attendance, and enter grades. You can see the SGI tab on the top right after the Reports tab. When you click on it, you will see tabs and bullet points: Section, Gradebook, Attendance, Student, and Program. Don't worry about Report or User. First, I'll go over creating a class. You can click the Section tab or the Course Section bullet point to create a class. So go ahead and click Section or Course Section, and we're going to build a class. Click Add, and this is where you will enter all the information for the class. Now you're ready to add your information. Course Section Code. This is a class nickname. You can use the same naming as the tabs from the old Excel tracker. This is class names and times. Course title, use the drop-down menu. Staff, your first and last name, your school site, the start date, the end date. Please note, you must enter an end date, but it can later be edited. You can either enter the date or use the pop-up calendar. Minutes per session, enter a time for each class. Go ahead and click or unclick Days Repeat. And make sure you check Active and click Add. So let's build a class. Course Section Code, again, class nickname. Course title, use a drop-down. We built Common Core classes, and they're somewhere around here. There it is. Staff, school site, start date, end date, active is check, and wait, one thing. Okay, so you have your course section code, course title, your staff name, your site, start date, end date, minutes per session, days repeat, and active. Let's click Add. There you go. If for some reason you need to edit the class, just click Edit and it'll take you back. So next step is enrolling students. Go ahead and click on the Enroll Student tab. Go to the box that starts with Filter By. This is where you can access all of your students. Start by using the drop-down to select your charter. Another drop-down will appear. You can select your school site. If you want to filter further, you can select the teacher. And you will see all the students enrolled at your center. Check the students you want to enroll and then click the yellow Enroll Students button. Their course status should be E. Different E codes may be listed, but don't fret. As long as it is E, you're good to go. Next step is attendance. Scroll up and click on the Attendance tab. You can use the drop-down in Course section to select your class. And here you can enter the attendance status for each student and edit days for each student. There will be an N automatically assigned for each student until you update the attendance status. You have two ways of updating their attendance status. There's an all present option. When you click on the date above, you can change the attendance status for all students for that day. A warning screen will appear to make sure you want to change all the students' attendance status. Click Update. Or for individual students, click on the N under the date to change their status. And just like the old Excel tracker, you have the option of adding a note for each student. When you add a note, a small triangle appears in the cell box to signify that a note has been added. There's also an info button. You can click on an info button next to the student's name and see basic information about the student. You now have quick and easy access to their teacher, their phone number, and the address. You also have the option of hiding the AR teacher. Just click on Toggle, and the AR name is hidden. Click on it again for it to appear. For makeup days, if a student misses a class, mark A for that day. When a student makes up the class, change the A to M. If the student does not make up the class, keep it as A. Next, I'll go over editing days. You must edit days if you need to add or delete a day of attendance, a student enters your class after the first day, classes are canceled due to testing, or your center was closed, or an extra day of classes added. You can edit either student by student or for the entire class. Student by student, click the calendar icon to the left of the student name. There you can add or delete days as necessary. Click Update on the top right to save. To edit for the entire class, click on the date you want to edit at the top of the attendance page. Click Add if you want to add this date to your class. Click Remove if you want to delete this date from your class. Next, I'm going to talk about the Student tab. So click on the Student tab. When you click here, you will see a list of students, or you can search for them by last name and first name, and their status and information. There are 3 hyperlinks to the left of each student. A pen to edit their info/status of enrollment in SGI class, a notebook to access the student attendance, and a dog-eared paper to access your gradebook. Don't worry about the gradebook since we'll be keeping grades in Passport. You can click a student's name and it will bring you to the Student Info tab. Next, I'm going to show you other features of the tracker. Click on SGI tab, Program tab, and this shows all the programs. If you click on the program, the courses will be listed. If there is a course that you want to teach and is not here, please email me to have it added. Alright folks, we're almost done. Stay with me. Go ahead and click on the SGI tab. Click on section, and let's go back to your class that you built. Last thing I want to talk about is course status. You may come across a situation where a student needs to be removed from your class, or they've been MIA for weeks and you need to drop them, they need to be transferred to another class, or they get dropped from OFY. If they get dropped from OFY, they will automatically be grayed out from your SGI tab. You do not need to change your status. However, once this occurs, you cannot edit their attendance. If you need to drop a student, email me and I will leave the student from your class. And we're done. If you have any further questions about the SGI tab, please email your coach or myself. We will make sure to answer all questions and/or concerns accordingly. Thanks and have a great day.